from across the islands on KGMB and KHNL. This is your source for breaking news in the morning. Hawaii News Now Sunrise.
All right, welcome back. 5 o'clock. Honolulu is one of 20 U.S. airports with enhanced screening for coronavirus. Passengers are checked for symptoms as the number of cases in China jumps to about 6,000. Our Mileka Lincoln is live with details.
And an Idaho couple on Kauai prove that their missing children are still alive and they need to do so by tomorrow. What happens if they fail to produce the evidence? And a photo surfaces of Kobe Bryant from 15 years ago right here in Hawaii. We're going to tell you the story of how he ended up in that Navy picture right there. First up, we got Guy Huggy. Wednesday weather. How's it looking?
Wednesday weather's looking pretty nice, Grace, but that's before a cold front comes in with more clouds, more showers, and breezy trade-ins. That's expected by tomorrow. We're going to start seeing effects from that. Until then, for today, we'll have lots of sunshine, just a few minor splashes, and more light winds. You can see we do have some showers out there riding in on that east-southeast wind flow, mainly affecting the windward sides of Maui and the Big Island, and just some spotty rainfall. So nothing organized, nothing in the way of heavy rainfall expected until that front drops in for Kauai and Oahu, maybe by tomorrow. So we're seeing light winds around the state, mostly under 10 miles an hour. They'll get to about 15 miles an hour, maybe a little stronger for parts of windward Maui, but otherwise we're going to see a very beautiful day. Lots of sunshine expected early with some clouds building in the afternoon. And with that cold front kind of approaching, some clouds ahead of it going to bring partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies for the west end of the state. More sunshine for the east end of the state, especially for the Kona side and for South Maui. Although there are some showers heading into those windward areas, again, rainfall totals are light. High temperatures running into the low 80s, and out in the ocean, another big swell's on the way. I'll have details on that in a few minutes. Now with details on traffic, let's go to Lacey.
And traffic flow is pretty light, Guy. We did have an earlier vehicle that was stalled in Waimalu. It was blocking the right townbound lane just a few feet before the Waimalu exit. That has since moved, and traffic's still very light. Even the zipper lane, that's up to a good pace. It's now open from the Waikele corridor. Eva Beach Drive looking good so far, all the way up Fort Weaver Road. No major accidents to report. That last stalled vehicle in Waimalu has been cleared off the roadway. Steve and Grace, back to you.
All right, thank you, Lacey. Thank you, Guy. 5:02 right now. Today, state health, transportation, and tourism officials will discuss measures to combat coronavirus. Now, there have been no cases of the deadly virus in Hawaii reported so far.
But many residents here are worried that the deadly virus could make it here from China. The epicenter of the outbreak is Wuhan. The city has about 11 million people, and it has been described as a ghost town. People have been staying home and off the roads to avoid getting sick. Meanwhile, precautionary measures are being put in place here in Hawaii. Mileka Lincoln reports from the airport. Mileka.
Aloha, good morning, Grace, Steve. Just moments ago, the announcement came down from American Airlines that along with United Airlines and Air Canada, they have begun to cut service to China as a result of fears about the spread of this deadly virus and the fact that they have seen really a very sharp decline in passengers who have been trying to get on these flights. And that is in part because of a message from the CDC that came down just 2 days ago, encouraging those who do not have essential travel into China to change their plans. That's part of the reason why local tourism officials can confirm for us that the China summit that was originally scheduled for Thursday, March 5th at the Hawaii Convention Center has been postponed until further notice. It's unclear at this time when it will be rescheduled, but what we can tell you is CDC officials have added the Daniel K. Inouye Honolulu International Airport to the list of 20 airports that now have enhanced screening for the coronavirus. Keep in mind, Honolulu does not get any direct flights from Wuhan, again considered the epicenter of this deadly virus. However, there are non-daily direct flights from Shanghai to Honolulu on several different airlines. And again, there's currently no case of the coronavirus reported here in the islands, but officials want to be as safe as possible, keeping in mind that in China there is now about 6,000 cases and at least 130 42 deaths. Honolulu's airport has had a Centers for Disease Control and Prevention quarantine station for years now, and it was established to screen for ill passengers that could have been coming from anywhere and possibly displaying infectious disease symptoms. However, this new expanded screening policy will specifically focus on people arriving from China, and airline crews have also been put on notice that they're required to report travelers who are ill or who may display symptoms of being ill, and this includes a shortness of breath, fever, body aches. This is among the symptoms that officials are going to be very quickly trying to screen for to make the determination of whether or not a person tests positive for the coronavirus. And we're going to talk more about how they intend to do that and what impact that will have across the airport here in Honolulu coming up in the next half hour. But for now, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Mileka.
Tomorrow is the deadline for a woman on Kauai to physically produce her children to Idaho authorities. 7-year-old Joshua J.J. Vallow and 17-year-old Tylee Ryan have been missing since late September. Their mother, Lori Vallow, and her husband, Chad Daybell, have been living on Kauai since December.
If they fail to produce the children in the court in Idaho on Thursday or before Thursday, the judge there could issue a warrant for their arrest for either or both of the parents, and that would basically go into a nationwide database requesting extradition.
One of their neighbors said the married couple appeared guarded when they met and said their Princeville rental unit appeared vacant for most of the time.
A Maui man has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for beating his former girlfriend with a baseball bat. The Maui News reports that 50-year-old William Anderson Langley was originally charged with attempted murder, but he ended up pleading no contest to assault. The judge called the 2018 Haiku incident an act of extreme violence. The 45-year-old victim said that she had gotten into an argument with Anderson Langley the night he attacked, striking her multiple times in her head and body. She spent a week in intensive care and is struggling with daily headaches and blurry vision.
A Hawaii-based seafood farming company is considering a fish farming pen in the Gulf of Mexico. WTSB reports that Kampachi Farms wants to establish the fish pen as a pilot project in waters 45 miles off Florida. The pen would raise about 20,000 fish. Staff would track fish production, environmental quality, and profitability to see if the project is viable to expand commercially. Opponents are concerned about the environmental impacts. They say the added nitrogen from the animal's food and waste products will contribute to an algae bloom known as a red tide. Kampachi Farm says it has tested similar fish pens in waters off Hawaii with no significant impact to the ocean.
A sailboat has been removed from the Alawai boat harbor. Our cameraman captured the operation as it got underway yesterday morning. The double-masted sailboat is named Port of Normal. The State Department of Land and Natural Resources says that the vessel had been impounded and needed to be removed.
5:08 right now, a UH Manoa researcher is helping to explain what happened during the demise of the dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs? Billy's here with the details.
Dinosaurs, and we turn to Bill. Okay, here we go. Now, you may have heard the theory that a volcanic eruption played a part or a direct role in killing off the dinosaurs, but a UH Manoa researcher helped with a new study that says it wasn't a massive eruption, but a huge asteroid instead. Greg Ravizza is an assistant professor at the School of Ocean and Earth Science and Technology. He was one of 36 scientists to publish a study saying the mass extinction was not from volcanic eruptions in the India region. Some theories argue that volcanic gases released from those eruptions killed the dinosaurs, but experts now say the gas release happened long before dinosaurs went extinct. They looked at global temperature change and cores from the bottom of the ocean. Those cores helped scientists accurately date when carbon dioxide and other gases were released. So, how powerful was that asteroid? It wiped out about 75% of all species on Earth. And a study last year says it caused a worldwide tsunami with waves more than 5,000 feet tall. Another study in September said the space rock had the power of 10 billion atomic bombs.
So pretty strong.
Pretty strong. And I just did a check. The next asteroid to come close to us, 99942 Apophis, 2029. It'll pass closer than geosynchronous communication satellites, but no closer than 19,400 miles from the Earth's surface.
That's still close, though, in space
Yeah.
terms.
It is.
Let's just hope it stays on path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No double
Past us.
space shuttles getting ready or anything.
There you go. All right.
Thanks, Billy.
It's 5:09 right now. HMSA's new president and CEO is former state championship winning basketball coach Mark Mugiishi. Now, Mugiishi has been in the interim role since August. He was a general surgeon for almost 30 years and co-founded the Endoscopy Institute of Hawaii and the Eye Surgery Center of Hawaii. On the court, he led Iolani to 7 state championships and is still the winningest coach in Hawaii high school basketball history. Mugiishi replaces Michael B. Stoller, who is stepping down due to health reasons. Mugiishi is officially stepping into his new role on February 1st.
A new emergency room opened to patients in Kamuela. The Queens North Hawaii Community Hospital expanded from 3,300 square feet to more than 12,000 square feet with 13 private patient rooms and new ambulance and patient entrances. The newly renovated facility opened at midnight.
We also came across a touching photo of Kobe Bryant in Hawaii. Take a look. The basketball legend granted a fan's wish while he was out here in 2005 for an exhibition game. Now, when he found out the Lakers were coming to town, Navy Chief Yeoman Lawrence Civilis emailed the Lakers asking if Bryant would be willing to witness his re-enlistment. Now, he wasn't expecting it to happen, but Kobe just showed up. At the time, Bryant said, quote, "What we do is minuscule compared to what service members do on a daily basis, which really goes unnoticed and is sometimes underappreciated. So him asking me to be there was a great honor," end quote. Civilis' son is also seen there in that picture.
All right, speaking of Kobe, Shaquille O'Neal spoke publicly for the first time since his death.
Yeah, you're going to hear what Shaq had to say about his little brother. Plus, the Justice Department is taking legal action against companies responsible for a massive amount of robocalls. How big an impact this could have coming up next.
And later, first responders and neighbors come together after the fatal shootings at Diamond Head. You're going to hear from them coming up.